You thought you saw the last of Vámonos con Cari videos, but yet here I am, a little sick, which is funny because how many of these videos did I not make while I was sick? It is September 15th, 2016, exactly 1 year after I started studying abroad. 1 year. Crazy, crazy to think about that. A whole year has passed since I left that day. Man, when I think of that day, I think I get really emotional. Like, I'm getting emotional now. If you know me, you know that, like, for the longest time, my dream was to study abroad in Paris. I was in an exchange program in high school, so I had gone to Paris already once for a couple days, but I always had the dream of studying my whole semester in Paris. And so I planned and I planned and I saved. And a year ago today, I found myself in Paris. I think the scariest thing for me leaving was the fact that I was going by myself. I wasn't going with any of my friends or anything. That was, and also like getting all my luggage to the airport because my 5'3" self could not lug two. I took two like large luggages, a carry-on, and my personal item, which was my backpack. So if you can imagine me with all of that stuff, yeah, that was me leaving, and I was terrified just to like get myself on a plane and like get there. But I mean, everything worked out smoothly. My mom actually went with me to the airport on the bus because I took a coach bus to the airport and dropped me off, and we totally had that sentimental like. I'm in the security line, and as soon as I hit the front of the security line, like I turned around and I looked at my mom, and we started crying and just like waved at each other because there I was off for months. And the plane ride there was fine. It was what it was. Was it 10 hours, 9 hours? I don't even remember anymore. But I got there and went through customs, got my bags, got my butt in a taxi, and it was about, I'm going to say like 8 a.m. their time when I finally arrived. Exhausted. I was so tired, like all I wanted to do was sleep. And I remember I got to my residence, Cité Université, and I got my keys, and I was so excited. And I walked in the door to my residence hall, and I remember I looked around, like this dark, like not homey at all, like room, because I lived in it was just one room. And I looked around, it was about 9 a.m., and I thankfully had the one piece from home that I really wanted to take besides like the small things was I took one of my blankets. So I opened my luggage, I took my blanket out, I sat on my bed, laid on my bed, covered myself in my blanket, and started crying. And I was just like, what am I doing? Like, why did I decide to do this? I don't know anybody here. I don't know how to get around. I don't know the language, even though like I'm pretty good at French. So, but I just remember grabbed my blanket, laid on my bed, and just cried and thought I had made the biggest mistake of my life. How could I ever make it through one day, let alone a whole semester? Took a nap, like a 4-hour nap. And things kind of went from there. I met up with another student who was also there from Marquette, and went to dinner that day and went to see the Eiffel Tower because how could I not move to Paris and go see the Eiffel Tower the first day there? And then things really changed when we had our exchange student orientation. We say orientation, but it was like a 15-minute, like, here's the overall program, this is it. That day we went out to drinks with the crew, and that's where the whole friendship started. And I know that one of the things that I never thought about before leaving was all the friendships I would make. I mean, when I thought of Paris and studying abroad in Paris, I thought about all the things I would see, all the things I would eat, all the walks on La Seine that I would take. But it never occurred to me all the friendships I would make. And through the entire journey, I think that's probably like one of the biggest things that I gained from the experience was the friendships that I made. I mean, even to this day, like honestly, less than an hour ago, I got a message from one of my friends in Germany. I mean, and I still keep in touch, you know, like I said in one of my first videos while I was there. I mean, I got friends from all over the world. I have friends in, let's see, Portugal, Spain, Germany, Austria, Finland, Amsterdam. Well, that's a city, that's not a country, so the Netherlands or Holland, however you want to say it. Um, Iceland. Basically, I mean, like Italy, like I could just keep going. Um, but that's the one thing that I'm so incredibly thankful for was for all the people that I met, all the friends that I made who I hold so dear to my heart. And I cannot wait to go visit pretty soon, hopefully, fingers crossed if everything goes well and things go on as planned. But they opened up a whole new world to me. I mean, just the conversations that we had, the way of thinking, my American lifestyle compared to their European one. But I guess that wasn't, I mean, like this whole journey was really, I feel like a journey to self discovery. Because while I was referred to as the American while I was there, that was really different for me because even though, I mean, I was born in the US and I've grown up in this culture, I've always said, when people ask, like, what are you? I've always said, you know, I'm Mexican. So, like, for me to really, I guess, realize that, like, yeah, my nationality is American, but, like, what do you really identify with? Like I said, this whole journey was really, has been and continues to be a huge journey of self-discovery. Um, Paris was just, and okay, I'm looking at the time and I did not think this video would be that long. So if you're still with me, congrats to you. If you have turned it off, I guess won't even see this right now. So whatever. Um, but that semester was just phenomenal. Like it was more than anything I could have ever imagined, more than anything I could have ever hoped for. I got to live out my dream of, you know, living in Paris. And, you know, for the first time ever, I lived on my own. Um, you know, I'd figured out how that was and just like from the struggles of like finding like a place to get a cell phone to how to get my Metro card. Um, how to, you know, just like figuring out the Metro system. First of all, I didn't even live on a Metro stop. I lived on the RER and people like freak out about the RER. I love the RER. I think it's phenomenal. Um, I could just go on and on and on, but I don't know. I guess do it. If you have the opportunity to study abroad, do it, do it, do it, do it, because you will learn so much, not just about other cultures, other countries, and other people, but about yourself. I've had a lot of people tell me in the past year, or the 6 months that I've been home, or however many months I've been home, um, that I am not the same girl that I was when I left. And I'm not. I mean, there's like this article somewhere, I want to say it's like BuzzFeed that talks about how studying abroad ruins a person. And yeah, like you're never the same. You're never the same person after you do it. And I wouldn't change it for the world. And I wouldn't change the experiences, all the traveling that I did while I was there, all the friends that I made. Man, if only I could do it again. I wouldn't change anything. You know, take advantage of more of the experiences. Um, but I don't know. I think for the sake of time, I'm gonna stop there. Um, and if you made it through this whole video, then that's cool. Look back and look at my other videos and my adventures that I had, if you so choose to. Choose to. I can't even talk anymore. Um, yeah, that's it. It's me. 1 year after studying abroad. 1 year after setting foot in Paris, which was my home for a whole semester. 1 year later. All right. Bye, everybody.